If you've seen Michèle Lamy online, you probably have the same questions as everyone else. Why the black stained nails? Why the haunting facial expressions? And how does someone who looks like a modern day witch become the gatekeeper for the world's biggest A-list celebrities? To the public, she's a fashion icon. To truth seekers, she's the industry's most powerful dark handler. But while fans call it art, A$AP Rocky just went on the Joe Budden Podcast and admitted something that changes everything. He didn't just talk about her mentorship, he finally addressed the dark energy and disturbing things he simply can't deny are real. And what he revealed confirms exactly who Michèle Lamy really is.
Do you believe in God?
I don't know what that God is. I believe, I believe in DNA, I believe that genes have memory, I believe in civilization. I'm more proud of humanity and thinking that people that can behave like incredible human beings are without the help of a God.
Very little is known about Michèle Lamy, and to the everyday person, she's just a weird old rich fashion designer. But the reality is so much darker. Now, to really get why celebrities are so obsessed with her, you have to look at who Michèle Lamy actually is. She didn't just pop up out of nowhere. She was born in France during World War II into a family already tied to the elite. Her grandfather crafted accessories for the legendary designer Paul Poiret. Lamy has been in the industry for decades, and her history is just as strange as her looks. Before she was a fashion icon, she was actually a defense lawyer in France. But she ended up quitting that to become a cabaret performer as she felt it wasn't what she wanted. Eventually, she moved to LA in the 90s and opened up a private spot for celebrities. While it looked like any other high-end restaurant, it was secretly a private industry meetup, a place high-end celebrities went to remove their masks and let loose. If you were a celebrity in the 90s, from Madonna to the biggest actors, you had to go through Michèle Lamy to get in. She was literally the gatekeeper. This is where she really started building up that industry handler reputation, which further amplified when she met Rick Owens. Michèle Lamy was the one who essentially found Rick Owens. She hired him, married him, and they built one of the darkest, most expensive fashion brands in the world together. A fashion brand that fully embodied the dark edgy look Lamy had adopted. They recently went viral for an ad they released that shows the two doing the most disturbing things together. I don't even feel comfortable talking about it. If you've seen Michèle Lamy, chances are you've questioned everything about her. The first thing people notice is those black nails. She achieves that look by dipping her hands in dye every single day as a ritual. You might have noticed that line on her forehead too. She draws that on every morning. She claims it censors her, but it's nothing but occult mumbo jumbo. While she is supposed to be a fashion icon, it seems she created this persona that looks like she belongs in a coven, not a fashion show. And because she's always seen mentoring artists like Kanye and Rocky right before they start acting and dressing differently, people have always wondered what she's actually teaching them. Is she just giving these artists fashion tips? Or is she sent in to groom these artists and get them ready for the dark side of Hollywood? Lamy doesn't try to deny she's into the dark side. There's a video floating around where she is approached by an influencer at an event, and the man asks her a very simple question. Do you believe in God?
God is good.
God is God.
God is so good. That's what it says? You don't believe in God? Oh, okay. I get a God is good?
Hey man, I need to stop it.
What? Nah, I want to stay. I think what's wrong with God is good?
I'm asking that question.
Get mad about that. I can spread the word so it is going to do.
Now, do you see the look on her face? Most people would just say yes, or I'm spiritual. But Michèle, she whispers something and then just stares at him. She gives this haunting, empty look and basically avoids giving a straight answer. To the everyday person, that look alone is enough to send chills down your spine and let you know everything you need to know about her. In her style, she calls it art or philosophy. But in the real world, it looks like someone who is purposely trying to distance themselves from anything holy. And this is exactly why the industry handler and occult rumors have followed her for decades. It's not just the black nails or the gold teeth. It's the fact that these celebrities worship the ground she walks on, and no one can explain why. Michèle Lamy's defenders say people just don't understand her. That's just her fashion creative genius. But is that really the case? Or is that exactly what she wants us to believe? We find the real answer to this question in what Rocky just said during his Joe Budden interview. For years, celebrities pretended like Lamy was just a fashion icon. But Rocky, one of the biggest celebrities she has mentored, just confirmed the darkness is far too real. Usually when people ask Rocky about Michèle, he gives the standard "she's my mother" answer, giving her credit for inspiring his early style in the music industry. But this time, Rocky gave up a little more than usual, just enough for us to dissect it and pull the truth from it. When Joe brought up the dark aesthetic and the rumors that Lamy might be involved in some weird industry stuff, Rocky didn't just shut it down like he normally does. Instead, he said something that basically confirms all the rumors and speculations. He literally said, "I can't justify the dark stuff and weird stuff she does."
Off it, and I let them mentor me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Is hip hop misunderstanding her?
Who, Michèle Lamy? I can't justify the dark weird shit she do. I think she don't think they misunderstanding it. Like, do she worship the devil? I wouldn't know because she don't do none of that shit around me. But they do have iconography and imagery that looks like it's very, you know.
Like their new the new ad campaign joint with the kissing.
But they gay. Rick Owens gay.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just a gay thing. It's the imagery.
It's dark, bro.
Yeah,
I can't justify that.
Look,
I can't justify that shit. Yo, bro, we talking about gay Europeans. Like, we won't understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's them. I love the fact that I'm comfortable in those rooms. Like, you know, it ain't no spells being casted when I'm around. But I can't justify, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing no rituals. Like, she just taught me about art. She took me Freeze Art Fair. She shot my album cover, and she gave me a nice diamond ring to, you know, do the album cover, the one called At Long Last, ASAP. You know what I'm saying? She creative directed a lot of stuff for me, and I'm gonna forever love that lady. You know what I'm saying?
Think about that for a second. This is his mentor, someone he calls mother, and he's openly admitting that he even can't explain or stand behind some of the things she's into. He even went as far as to say, does she worship the devil? I wouldn't know because she doesn't do any of that around me. Now, why would he say that? To a lot of people, that sounds like a low-key confirmation. It's not like he's saying, no, she's just a nice old lady. He's saying, I don't know what she does when I'm not in the room. Now, Rocky did try to play it off by saying, look, they're just gay Europeans. We don't understand that. Basically saying it's just a cultural difference that we see as occult or scary, which is just high-level European art. But then he follows it up by making it clear that he personally stays away from the rituals. He said, it ain't no spells being casted when I'm around. I ain't doing no rituals. This is the part that really makes you think. If there are no rituals and no spells, why even bring them up? Why feel the need to tell us you aren't participating in them? It makes you wonder what exactly he has seen in those rooms with Michèle Lamy. Because if you look at Rocky's career, the moment he met Michèle is the exact moment his music changed forever. Think about it. Right after Rocky signed his record deal, he was introduced to Michèle Lamy. He went from being the pretty flaco talking about fashion in Harlem to making music that was distorted, psychedelic, and honestly pretty demonic. Michèle Lamy groomed Rocky's style, turning him into the gothic rapper he became known for. She gave him that style and that dark imagery we saw when he was blowing up. She was the one behind the At Long Live Last ASAP cover, which is arguably his darkest project to date. This was around the same time he released his music video for his song What's Up, a music video that literally shows Rocky and the ASAP mob performing a satanic ritual in the middle of a pentagram. He can be seen in the video making a pentagram out of salt while his crew stood around him. Now, isn't that interesting? Rocky said in the interview he never participated in any of those rituals.
You know, it ain't no spells being casted when I'm around. But I can't justify, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing no rituals.
But has a music video where he's doing just that. Obviously, Rocky wasn't being completely honest about his involvement. In another older interview, Rocky was asked about the dark vibe found in his music. He admitted that he was into the dark occult imagery. He was even asked about his possible involvement in dark secret orders, and Rocky said he wishes he was a part of it.
What is the scary voice on your tracks? What is that?
Scary voice.
That deep. Oh yeah.
That's just my ad-lib.
That you do that?
Yeah.
And they just modify it, whatever.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is the purpose? What is it? Is it like your signature?
It's my signature, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it, I mean, to me it seems a little dark,
I'm a dark nigga. What can I say? I don't know, man. Like, you know, that's what I'm into. I'm sorry you don't like it. You know?
Well, it's a little scary.
You know, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe it's not for you.
It's probably not for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you can listen to Problems, right? You get jiggy to that, right? You got a boo, right?
Yeah.
You got
not a problem. Yeah, we can get, no, I mean, I was just wondering. I'm not gonna bring up the I word, but
Chinese Illuminati? That don't bother me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always talking this Illuminati stuff. Show me Illuminati. Show me that, please.
Knowing this and seeing the dark imagery in his music videos, it's hard for me to believe he didn't get involved in the dark side of the industry, especially hanging around someone like Michèle Lamy. So the question is, did Michèle Lamy just teach him about art, or did she introduce him to the dark side of the industry that lives behind the scenes? On one hand, you have Rocky telling Joe Budden that it's all just European art and that we just don't understand the culture. He wants us to believe that Michèle Lamy is just a mentor who taught him about art and gave him a nice ring. But on the other hand, we have the actual footage that proves otherwise. We have the Wassup music video with the ritual, the At Long Last ASAP era that shifted his entire energy, and Rocky's own words admitting he can't justify the dark stuff she's into. The evidence is pretty clear that she is an industry handler, tracing all the way back to her days in the 90s. Now think about it, is Rocky telling the truth and he's just a student of a fashion icon? I'm not buying it. He's way too deep in the industry and in my opinion is likely involved in those same dark rituals. In an industry that's already full of secrets, it's hard to ignore the patterns that we all can see. When you see the same dark handlers appearing next to every major artist right before they undergo a massive change, you have to wonder if it's more than just a coincidence. Rocky says he stays away from the rituals, but his music and imagery tells a different story. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Michèle Lamy is just a misunderstood artist? Or is she exactly what the rumors say she is? And are you buying into Rocky's denial? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos on the truth about the industry. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.